Welcome back to AG Gaming. This is Microsoft Flight Simulator, the latest release in the series. Super excited. Played the hell out of FSX. Big fan of simulators, period, which you know. But this is awesome. With some quirks and some bugs. But anyway, we're not going to get into that today. We're just going to make a quick flight. So in celebration of Microsoft Flight Simulator, I figured what better... For our first flight of the series, because I do plan on making this a series, for the first flight, what better place to fly out of than Willard Airport, Champaign, Illinois, because that's the birthplace of Microsoft Flight Simulator. So I figured, why not? So that's where we're at. Kcmi, Willard Airport. So there are over 30,000 airports in the world that are modeled in the simulator. I think all of the runways are handcrafted by hand. Handcrafted by hand. That makes sense. But the rest of the airports and airfields are going to be procedurally generated. Some of them are photogrammetry using Bing Maps, unfortunately, because, you know, Microsoft and all. So, I mean, some of the airports are going to look, you know, cheesy, generic. But there are some handcrafted airports also in the sim, and it depends on what version you buy as to how many you get. Anyway, enough of that. Today's flight plan, we're going to be flying from Kcmi Willard Airport in Champaign, Illinois, over to, and I just wanted to do a short flight, so it should be about 30-minute flight, round about 28 to 30 minutes. We're going to fly from Kcmi over to Kspi, which is Springfield, Illinois, capital of the state. We'll be flying into runway 31, doing an ILS just for the hell of it. But anyway, let's get in the cockpit, giggity, and let's get out of here. So we're here in the TBM 930, beautiful aircraft, one of my favorite in the sim, generic, the ones that come with the simulator. Cessna 172, another one of my favorites. I'm a big GA, general aviation fan. I don't know where the TBM kind of falls. Is it commercial? Is it general aviation? I don't know. I'm not a real pilot. Sorry to disappoint you. Shocker, I know. But this is one of my favorite in the sim so far. So the visuals are absolutely stunning in this simulator. Models the entire world using Bing Maps, like I said, unfortunately. But I mean, it's just the visuals, the textures are just absolutely amazing. Anyway, let's do a quick start here. I'm not going to go through the whole checklist because that'll take too long. I just wanted this to be a quick video and one that you can actually watch all the way through. Let's just do a quick startup. We're still going to have to clean some things up, but we'll be all right.
Kilo Charlie, Mike India, automated weather observation 2200 Zulu. Wind 273 at 8. Visibility 6. Sky condition 1,000 feet scattered, 4,000 feet scattered. Temperature 14C dew point, 13C altimeter 29902.
29902 is that standard barometric pressure, so we won't have to change or adjust our altimeter.
273 at 8. Visibility 6. Sky condition 1,000 feet scattered, 4,000 feet scattered.
Alright, let's get that METAR shut off. The cloud levels, I think we're going to be above that because our flight level that I filed is for 6,000 feet, which is pretty low for this aircraft. I mean, it's not like low, it can do it. But generally, I would like to fly a lot higher in this aircraft, but if we did we did a few thousand more feet, we wouldn't be up there very long because we're only going over to Springfield, like I said, 28 minutes in this aircraft. So. Get that quieted for a second. Let's clean up the aircraft, get her ready for takeoff. I think the weather is clear as far as precipitation. Now, this simulator does offer live weather services out of the box. Today we're running a preset just because I just wanted a good look for the first video. The next video of the series, we'll run some live weather. That's kind of quirky and buggy in itself, but the fact that it comes with, you know, the simulator out of the box is pretty awesome. We'll go ahead and check the weather. That is, there we go. So, I mean, we're on the ground. So, 35 miles out, it's registering a little bit. It's just, if we go vertically, we're going to be, probably right in it. But that'll be okay. May not even get modeled so light. But anyway, let's look at our flight plan. So here we are at Willard Airport. We're going to fly south to Arcola. Is that Arcola? I am not sure. I'm not super familiar with that area. And then we will turn west and pretty much fly right into Kcmi-Kspi, which is Springfield. Now, since we're doing the ILS, it's going to get us to Calde. Is that what it is? It's been a while. And then it'll turn us south and then back east, northeast, and then back in west for an ILS. I don't know why. I couldn't change it in the flight planning before I went spawned into the aircraft either, so I don't know if I can do it down here on the PFD, but or the MFD. If we look, let's see, let's get down there. Do Call day. All right, I'm not gonna waste your time figuring this out. One thing that when you do a quick start is really weird. It does not turn the here we go. The auto select for your where it's taking fuel from. Left wing, right wing, that's where your tanks are. And if it's on manual, you'll have to switch manually during the flight. And I tend to forget those things. So you can imagine how bad it can get when you take all the fuel from one wing and the other wing's still full of fuel. Since we are running, we need to turn our strobes on, at least. We'll turn these down a little bit. We will, once we get ready to take off, we're going to flip this switch on. I think we're done there. Let's turn. I don't think we need any anti-ice today. Put the bleed on auto. We are gonna put some heat in the cabin though, to our feet, and we're gonna make sure that's not hot but warm. We're gonna turn the fan on a little bit. Here we go. Like I said, standard pressure today, 29.92. 2992. And let's ask for some clearance. Clearance
Clearance delivery day or November 88 Alpha Golf ready to copy IFR clearance to Springfield.
Governor November 88 Alpha Golf is cleared to Springfield Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 32 right climb and maintain 6,000 feet.
32 right.
Departure frequency is 133.975 squawk 0041.
Squawk 0041. If I read that back on here, it'll do it for you. If you would prefer to put it in manually, you can. It's a lot of fun, but we'll just read back, which we got to do anyway, and then it'll punch your squawk number. That's so ACT, ATC, ACDC. Knows
Departure on
your
133.975 squawk 0041.
So 32 right is down here. So we're gonna taxi on down here. We'll hold short, I'm assuming, and then we'll get out of here.
Champaign ground day or November 88 Alpha Golf ready to taxi IFR.
Over November 88 Alpha Golf taxi to and hold short of runway 32 right by taxiway Alpha.
Hold short, runway
Contact
32
tower on
right.
ONE27.825 when ready.
Alright, so we'll taxi over there, hold short. We're gonna get a pushback real quick though.
Taxiing hold short runway 32 right using taxiway Alpha day
Release
or
the
8
parking
Alpha
brake. Get a pushback. Ah, don't worry about the prop. Be alright. So this is probably not realistic, right? You probably wouldn't, you know, hook up to it when the... Ah, whatever. He's fine. Look at him. He's good. He's got his yellow vest on. Look how abruptly he stops, too. Bam! Get out of here. A little off-road, never hurt anybody, right? Hasn't rained, we're fine. Probably should have turned to the left, I guess. Check that we're clear. Skies look absolutely beautiful. Should be a nice looking flight. Should be a nice flight, period. I mean, I don't think we have much wind. 6 knots. Windsock down there looks decent. That's not... that was airspeed. I don't have my wind on my screen down there, on my glass.
Champaign ground, Cessna, November 5370 Romeo requesting pushback. Cessna, November
Yeah, we've got some
5370 Romeo pushback
fellow
request
aviators
accepted.
here at Willard Airport. You can hear them chattering on the radio. One's asking for a pushback now. It's weird that a Cessna would need us. Is that weird? I don't know. Like I said, not a real pilot. Pretty sure this is runway 32,
Champaign
right?
ground, Cessna, November 5370 Romeo ready to taxi IFR.
Yeah.
Cessna, November 5370 Romeo taxi to and hold short of runway 32 right via taxiway Alpha. Contact tower on ONE 27.825 when ready.
Alright, gonna be holding short here shortly. Nah.
Taxiing hold short runway 32 right via taxiway Alpha Cessna 70 Romeo.
Alright, parking brake on. You always get a master warning in this aircraft for some reason.
Oral warning, okay.
When you throw the, that's not what I wanted to do. What happened there? Huh. Anyway. Those are that's, you know, that's reassuring when your pilot says that. That's not what I wanted to happen. Anyway, flaps. Right, we're gonna one setting of flaps. Yeah, turn the autopilot main control on. Turn our landing lights on. Got nav lights, strobes are on. Pulse side, good. Let's see. Do we need the inertial separator on when we take off in the TBM? I don't know. If you know, put her down in the comments. Let me know. And while you're at it, make sure to like and subscribe if you even like it. I mean, it's up to you. If you've made it this far, it's pretty amazing. Alright, so we're gonna ask for clearance. Tune the tower.
Champaign Tower Dare, November 88 Alpha Golf, ready for IFR departure, runway 32 right.
I don't see any traffic.
November 88 Alpha Golf cleared for takeoff runway 32 right.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 32
Alright.
right, Dare,
Did it
November
say we were
88
going
Alpha
straight to
Golf.
6,000? Sometimes they don't. I don't think we have any airspace restrictions. Okay. Climb and maintain 6,000. So we are good to go. It helps when you release the parking brake. Let's get lined up. I'm sure that Cessna's probably waiting on us by now. We've probably taxied all. No, there they are on to your right. You got a Cessna coming down here. I mean, it said Cessna over the radio. It doesn't look like one from here. Maybe it wasn't a one. Yeah, it's a 172. It's an overwing. All right, let's get out of here. Takeoff power set. Airspeed is alive. Leave rotation is at 90. I am all over the place. 90 knots. Ease back. We are off the ground. Positive rate, gear up. Flaps up. Fly the runway heading. And then we will engage the autopilot here shortly.
Delta right Alpha Golf, contact Champaign departure on 133.975.
Yeah, just give me a second.
Delta right Alpha Golf, please acknowledge.
Going to 133.975 day or 8 Alpha Golf. Champaign departure day or November 8 Alpha Golf is climbing through 1,900 feet for 6,000 feet.
Delta November 88 Alpha Golf Champaign.
So Willard Airport is off to our left right now, off the left wing. That's runway 32 right, where we just flew out of. We are now currently climbing through 2,500 to 6,000 feet. And we're on our way south to Arkall. Or is that 3? This is 3-2 right here. Yeah. So Champaign Urbana is actually further off our left wing, I think. Yeah. And now the plane's adjusting to get on course. Just beautiful visuals, just absolutely stunning. Look at that. It's just so relaxing to me, this simulator. It's awesome. And you can take it as serious as you want, not serious at all. It's just a lot of fun. You could literally practice your certain things for your PPL. Alright, gauges look good. Everything's in the green. We could probably... flaps up? Yeah, flaps up. Gears up. Once we get to our cruise altitude, we'll back off on the throttle some. We're going to turn half bank mode on. I should have had that on to begin with, because it gets a little aggressive with the degrees of bank throw in. Absolutely beautiful up there. Gorgeous. See like scratches on the window and stuff. So as you can see, we are headed south. I'll see you guys when we get closer to Arkall. Alright, so we are now headed west towards Kcmi, Springfield, Illinois. We should be south of Decatur here in a few minutes. But like I said, this is absolutely stunning. Oh, we got some air traffic over here to our west. About 11 o'clock. That'd be 10. Yeah, about 10 o'clock over there. I lost visual. I don't know what lake this is. Is that a lake? Yeah, I guess it's a lake, river. I mean, it widens out. Lakes. Let's see. Sweet. This gigantic lake system over there. I don't know. So like I said, I built a new rig for this specifically, and by a rig I mean computer. And by computer I mean I just upgraded my processor, which means I had to switch platforms because I went from Intel to AMD. New socket, so new motherboard. Went ahead and switched over what kind of a drive my operating system was on. Went from an SSD to an NVMe SSD, and that was night and day, even from an SSD. So strongly recommend putting your operating system on an NVMe drive. But on the forums for this simulator, I always see people worried about their graphics card. And like, yes, that is important, but I think what is more important to run this simulator smoothly, because that was something I was having a huge issue with, was massive amounts of stuttering. Massive amounts. Let's do a quick check over here. Looks good. Airspeed looks decent. That's 200 knots is fine. Your processor is way more important to run it smoothly. So if you are lacking in a good processor, a great processor really, like, you are not going to enjoy this simulator. You can enjoy it if you really love this kind of thing, but it's gonna stutter your brains out. And that's super annoying. Flying directly west. Just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Nothing like the views from the sky, man. Being above clouds when the sun hits them just right. Just looks absolutely gorgeous. So I was rocking a Intel, would have been it was an i5, not would, it still is, i5 7600K, which in 2017 was like the best, like bang for your buck, like mid-range gaming CPU. It like was the game, well the i5s used to be the gaming CPU, right? But AMD, ever since the Zen release a couple of years ago, has just kind of been catching up dramatically and now kind of surpassing Intel. Intel still holds a slight edge when it comes to gaming, but if you do any kind of encoding or video editing or any kind of anything like that, you need to go with AMD. They kill it with that stuff. So since I game and do editing, I went ahead with AMD. So I'm Team Red now. I went with AMD Ryzen 9 3900X. It's a 12-core, 24-thread processor, and it's insane. I mean, this simulator runs silky smooth now, and that's just the upgrading the processor. Look at this. Just look at that. Just look at it. Absolutely beautiful. Run 32 gigs of RAM, which I think is excessive. I think the sweet spot.
8 Alpha Golf contact Kansas City Center on ONE 24.3.
Hold on.
124.
They're handing us off to Kansas City. So I think the sweet spot for gaming is 16 gigs of RAM. I think the bare minimum is 8, and I would not go with 8. 16, that's the sweet spot. Alright. Altimeter is still 2992. We're good. Now that we're with Kansas City, the chatter over ATC is probably going to pick up, unfortunately. So 32 is a little excessive, I think, personally, but when you do video editing or any kind of encoding, Photoshop, Lightroom, and some games, 32 is not overdoing it, I don't think. Personally.
November flight level 300.
Dover Charlie, Golf Kilo Quebec, November Kansas City Center, continue as planned.
Yeah, we've got a couple other flights they're following, so business is about to pick up.
And maintain 2,600 feet.
Kansas City Center, continue as planned.
Kansas City Center, Cessna November 1878 Foxtrot, 11,000 feet.
Cessna November 1878 Foxtrot, Kansas City Center, continue as planned. Altimeter 29.902. Cessna 86 November, please expedite your descent to 2,700 feet. Dover Tango Whiskey, you are 400 feet above your assigned altitude. Descend and maintain flight level 340. Going to 132.85 Cessna 827.
Descend and maintain flight level 340 Dare Tango Whiskey. Kansas City Center, Dare November 684 Zulu flight level 290.
Dover November 6842 Zulu Kansas City Center, continue as planned.
Alright, they're handing us off to Springfield approach. Should be making our turn
Springfield approach day or November 88
Let's
Alpha
see,
Golf,
we are
6,000
currently, as we are about a little over 3 minutes out of Calda. But just look at these visuals, man. I just can't get over how gorgeous this is.
Springfield approach day or November 88 Alpha Golf, requesting vector to next
No,
wind.
why did I do that? I don't want to do that.
Charter 8 Alpha Golf, continue to call the turning and following heading 275.
Continue to call the turning and following heading 275 day or 8 Alpha Golf.
I accidentally asked for a vector, so I don't know what that's going to do to our flight plan. Guess we'll find out. All right, they're asking us to descend.
2,600 feet day or 8 Alpha Golf.
Descend at 2,600. So here's our altitude selector right here, and this is where we're changing our bugs. So we're going to 2,600 as the airplane banks to the left. Head south. Now we're going to change. We could do flight level change, and that would keep our speed, airspeed. But we're going to do a vertical speed change, and we're going to go down at 1,500 feet per minute. And I'm going to back off on the throttle because we're going to gain quite a bit of airspeed. In fact, it's already starting to gain up there. Try to keep it about right there. Looks good. We'll look over the nose. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Brilliant. Really is. It's a lot of fun, this simulator is. Don't know what lake this is. We are currently... This is pretty much south of Springfield. One of these days we'll get in the... I can't remember the name of that aircraft. Yeah, we'll get in that, and we'll land on that lake, or any lake. Yeah, how about that? Maybe we'll fly up to Niagara Falls. Sydney Opera House, the options are limitless. If you have any suggestions on future flights and destinations, comment below, and I'll see if I can make it happen. Our initial approach fix to the ILS at runway 31 is at Calde. So let's go ahead and enter the localizer frequency into the nav radio so we're ready to go. It is 110.15 according to my approach play here. So we'll come over here, go to Navcom, hit the mic. Navigation, let's see, so we change the inner number, what was it, 110.15, so we'll put 15 in there, go to the bigger wheel, come down to 110, and we're on FMS or GPS now. I think I can go ahead and put that in the nav now. We'll switch it to the active, and I think we're okay. And then I can just switch this to localizer and then put the autopilot on approach mode. Good to go. Like I said, initial approach fix is right here. Calde, that's our initial approach fix. That's when we should pick up.
Alpha Golf, you are ONE 2 miles southeast of Springfield.
2 miles
Contact
southeast.
Springfield Tower on ONE 21.3 when inbound on the approach.
Oh, we're inbound, brother. We're kind of off course right now. I don't know what's going on here.
Tower on 121.3 day or 8 Alpha Golf.
Probably because I have the
Springfield
half bank
Tower
on.
Dare November 88 Alpha Golf 11 miles southeast inbound ILS runway tree 1 approach.
Let's turn that off. So we need to get.
Dare November 88 Alpha Golf Springfield Tower.
Altimeter is still
Clear runway
2992.
1 approach.
Standard. Winds at 272 at 8 knots. Not terrible. Look at this up here. Absolutely beautiful. We're going to acknowledge that.
Cleared ILS runway tree 1 approach Dare 8 Alpha Golf.
Yeah, that half bank really messed up those turns. Makes them way wider, and this is a kind of a tight approach in here. I mean, it's not real tight, but we're only what they say, 4 miles, 2 miles. Here's runway 31 right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna wait. Yeah, man, I don't know how long to wait. I mean, the initial approach fix is at call date. We should be okay. I'm gonna go ahead, put this in approach. Well, there we go. Put that on the localizer. We'll go ahead and arm the approach. Approach, localizer, glide slope in white. So we're actually picking up the glide slope, believe it or not. So there we go. It's picked up the glide slope, and we're on the localizer.
To land runway tree 1. Wind 272 at
And
8.
we are cleared to run. Cleared to run on the landway. That's good. Acknowledge the clearance.
Cleared to land runway tree 1 Dare 8 Alpha Golf.
All right. Okay, so we're not going to worry about a missed approach. We're going to land this no matter what. That's good. I will be taking manual control here shortly. Just look at the clouds. I love the sunsets in this game. Just absolutely beautiful. Lights coming on the ground. The runway lights, just beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Springfield, Illinois, everybody. All right. Getting a little choppy down here. Let's go ahead and take manual control. I have control of the aircraft. Try to stay on the glide slope. Should have put the flight director on, but that's all right. Can't worry about that now. All right. I should have put some flaps in. All right. Pitch for airspeed, throttle for altitude. We are above the glide slope. That's what the pappies are telling me. We're going to throw in some flaps. Landing gear. This is a terrible landing. Absolutely terrible. Oh, you should never force a plane down like this, but we're going to. We're going to run out of runway, I bet. Alright. Coming in way hot. Alright, missed approach. I'm going missed. Gosh darn it. That was terrible. Forgot about the landing gear. Fly the runway heading. Alright. Contact ATC. Declared missed.
Springfield Tower Dare November 88 Alpha Golf is going missed.
Dare 8 Alpha Golf, contact Springfield approach on 132.575.
132.575 for
Landing
Dare
gear
8
come
Alpha
up.
Golf. Springfield approach Dare November 88 Alpha Golf is missed approach at Springfield.
Alright, Springfield Illinois on your left here. Kcmi off the left wing. This is runway 31, which we will be attempting to land on. Again. Alright, let's try this one more time, boys. Let's hope for the best. Gonna into KSPI, runway 31, Springfield, Illinois. Home of Abraham Lincoln.
Alpha, Golf, please acknowledge.
Descend and maintain 2,300 feet Dare
Alright,
8
looking
Alpha
good.
Golf.
Second attempt. Landing runway 31 KSPI. This time at night. Welcome to Springfield, Illinois for a second time, everybody.
Charter 8 Alpha Golf, you are 7 miles southeast of Springfield. Contact Springfield Tower.
Yeah, I'm inbound. If you could just get off the radio.
Tower on 121 decimal tree Dayer 8 Alpha Golf. Springfield Tower Dayer November 8 Alpha Golf 6 miles southeast.
Let's hope they give us clearance.
Runway tree 1 approach.
Because we're inbound final right now.
Alpha Golf Springfield Tower. Cleared for DME runway tree 1 approach.
We're not doing that. We're doing an ILS, buddy.
To wind 272 at 8.
Same weather. It's because we're using a preset. If you run live weather, the barometric pressure changes, the wind changes. You have to really stay on top of that.
Cleared to land runway tree 1.
Alright, cleared to land.
272 at 8.
Let's slow down the aircraft. Landing lights are on. Calm down, camera.
Dayer 8 Alpha Golf, did you hear my last transmission?
Yes.
Cleared to land runway tree 1 Dayer 8
All right,
Alpha Golf.
landing gear.
Landing gear.
We're still going a little too fast for that. We'll go ahead and throw her in. All right. We are up. No, that's not what I meant to do at all. Yeah, it is. Okay, we're good. I have control of the aircraft. Gears down. Let her fall out of the sky. Fly the nose. That was much better, guys. Much, much better. We don't really need the reverse thrust.
Dayer 8 Alpha Golf, exit runway when able.
Oh, I did not mean to stop on the runway. Come on. We need to get off the runway.
Dayer 8 Alpha Golf, contact ground on 121 decimal 9er.
All right, welcome to KSPI, everybody. Springfield, Illinois, as I said for the thousandth time. Stop here before we cross another runway. Set the parking brake. We're gonna clean this. Yes, the master
Dayer 8
warning.
Alpha Golf, acknowledge last transmission.
Yeah, I'm trying to talk to my audience. Thank you.
121
All right,
decimal
so
9er
let's clean up the
Dayer 8
aircraft
Alpha
a
Golf.
little bit. Oh, yeah. All right, flaps up. Turn the taxi light on. We'll leave the strobe and the nav on for now. Autopilot main control can come off. Turn that off. Doo-doo-doo. Yeah, yaw damper can come off. Doo-doo-doo. Get rid of the yoke for a little bit. Turn prop and windshield de-ice off. Alright, let's make sure we're clear. Alright, I think we look good. I don't hear any other chatter on the radio. This is actually a taxiway. Taxiway. Who knows? This is the grass, believe it or not. This is not a taxiway. Set the park brake. Clear the warning. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It might have been a little long, longer than I really wanted it to. Turn our navs, strobe off. Taxi lights can come off. That's all off. Alright, crash bar can come down. And then, alright. Well, anyway, thanks for joining me on this, what was supposed to be a short flight. Thanks for stopping by. If you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you have a request or a suggestion for the next flight destination, let me know. We'll fly out of KSPI where we just landed, and we'll head off. We'll probably fly a little higher next time. So thanks for stopping by, everybody. See you next time.